Weekly debriefing, mimosas we be drinking. We wanna tell you all the things that we've been thinking. Talking shit when it don't make sense. If you relate, then we can all be friends.
Fashion greeting.
Yeah, greetings. Ooh, look, I just spilled. Oh no. It's fine.
Are you okay?
I'm good. You know, your normal FAMU greeting.
I won't.
Greetings and humble salutations.
I will not.
I hate that.
I've evolved past that. So I'm Tiana. I'm 25 years old.
Okay,
From
oldie.
a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Graduated from FAMU. Class of 2019.
Oh my god, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah. Weird. And I'm in school. We're in school.
We are. We're in the same class again.
I know.
At the same school.
That's so weird. But we
both
don't see
go to
each
Full
other.
Sail.
There's
Online.
No, we don't see each other. We're just there in the network together.
Honestly.
So.
What do you do at school?
Oh, I was going to say, well, my job. At school, digital cinematography.
Filmmaker, director.
Trying to be.
You
Hopefully.
are. Claim it.
I am.
Just because you haven't gotten to that level yet doesn't mean that you aren't.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
what you are.
You're absolutely right. Because going to actual film school, I see, like, the other students. I see the other people there and everything. And I'm like, you don't even care about this, do you? You're not even interested in this. But then maybe some people, school is just not for them.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm like, are you not getting in this? You're not getting your money's worth here?
Yeah.
The discussion post, come on, give me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then I like school, so that way,
I like it too. It just, now, I don't like discussion posts though.
I don't like them either, but when I do them, I do them. So
Yeah,
when it gets
I
down
feel
to
you.
it, I'm going to put my all in there, but I'm like, I got to say something back to somebody.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to do
like
that.
the replies. I just want to post my
And be done with
thing.
it. And
Yeah.
then if I want to, go back and say something. I never want to, but if I did want to, give me the
Right.
choice. But no, just go in there. And then I'll see those posts where people are like, just half-assing in. It's like half the word count that you're supposed to have, and I'm like,
I see that all the time. It'll be like
This is who?
200 word count for each part. It'll part A, part B, and they'll have like two sentences. I'm like, well,
at least you posted.
You know, I mean, that's none of my business.
Exactly.
But
This one girl, she posted, it was an optional discussion about a film that we were supposed to watch. She posted in there, she was like, man, I couldn't finish this movie. I started it, had to turn it off because boo. And I was like,
why would you admit that?
what? You didn't have to come in here and tell us that.
Right, you should have just not posted it at all.
It was optional. It was an optional chat. It was an optional chat about the movie. She didn't have to go in there at all, but she went in there and that's what she said. And I was like,
Ew.
why did you do that?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. So, your turn.
Oh, that's what we're back in school again. Yeah, I'm gonna be coughing all. You know, I got allergies and shit, just like whatever. I'm in school for music production, which is not far from what I was doing before. I mean, I guess we both were in the theater program at FAMU.
We just went off just a little bit.
A little bit. But my minor was in music, voice, music industry. Like, I took some audio classes, too. But, like, I graduated and, like, I knew, like, you remember when we did senior defense?
Yeah.
And I was very adamant about the fact that I did not want to go back to school. I was like, I hate school. Never going to go back to school ever. I hate it.
Surprise.
And then the professors were probably even more surprised because I was, like, emailing them for recommendation letters to go to SCAD because I wanted to go to acting school.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to go to acting school. But, you know, I felt like I was not doing anything. So I was like, I want to do something.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get in. So I was like, you know what, maybe this is God telling me, like, bitch, don't be trying to do something that you know that you really don't want to do. And acting school, like, as a master's is an intense program to do.
I literally can only imagine. We were in undergrad.
Exactly. And it was still intense. If
To
you're
go up-
involved,
to go up a
that
level?
like we were,
Yeah.
it's
That probably would have
seriously-
been-
Exactly. So I think I would have enjoyed it because it's, you know, you're just always busy and always doing something.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I, like, had to sit really long and hard and think about it. Like, I love to write music. More so than just to sing.
Yeah.
Like, singing is just a talent that God gave me. Like,
Yeah, I can do
he just
it.
gave me that. But to write music, to, like, literally sit down and write the lyrics and, like, put all the harmonies and stuff together, like, that's where, like, do, like, some Aretha Franklin, Mariah Carey type shit. Like, I'm very into the music. So I was like, how can I just immerse myself in that and also, like, when you go to the studio and stuff, like, I've been to the studio and met with producers and stuff, like, and nobody ever really gets my vision. Like,
so you gotta do it yourself.
Exactly. When I told them I'm a pop singer, they're like, okay, you know, but I also don't, like, it's like I'm a pop singer, but I'm still black. So I still have soul in me, so I still want to work with other black people.
Right.
But when I go to work with some of these black people, they don't never get the vibe that I'm on.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my gosh.
Tough to find that avenue
Balance,
where it's exactly,
right.
yeah.
Now, I did find, like, these two guys that I really, really liked in Wesley Chapel. These two white guys, but they were very cool. Like, their little setup was cute. Like, it was so... I walked in their little studio. They had, like, a whiteboard and it was like, welcome Maya. And I was like, this is so cute. And, like, they listened to the, like, little tracks I had. And they really, like, got the vision.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to work with them. But they were, like, hella expensive. So, you know, it got kind of shut down. And it's been a while since I, like, talked to them. But when I get my money back up, like, I'm going to be... back there.
I
but
love
that is the main reason why I'm in production, because I want to do the shit
able to
myself.
just do it, yeah.
Right. Like, depending on how long you stay, I don't know. I'll play you a couple things that I made.
I would love to hear it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's what we do. That's who we are.
That's who we are.
I guess just talk about, like, the struggle. Because we're both struggling right now. We're both living in this small, rinky-dink ass town. I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here.
Literally.
Immediately.
This is just one of the things that have really been bothering me lately. It's this motherfucking traffic. I cannot live like this. This little ass place has such terrible traffic
It really
lately.
does.
It's literally killing me. I'm deteriorating inside because this small ass town, just traffic
For
pileups.
no reason.
Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. It's been bothering me.
But it really, today's traffic, too. Like, on a Wednesday at 1 p.m., I was like, what?
Literally, people are crazy. And I know we're in Florida, so old people, they have a little house down here. And they have a house in fucking Connecticut or wherever they live. And they come down here when it gets super cold up there. And then they clog up the streets and they're driving around when they should not be driving around anymore.
They need to start giving these old people driver's tests when they turn
right.
50.
Why is it that
50, that should be the age.
Everyone's saying this, but no one's doing it. It's not a thing.
You know why? Because the government, they don't fucking care. They're fucking old. Joe Biden old fucking ass. How old is he? 79?
Like, yeah.
That nigga, 79?
Yeah, he's
old.
old.
You shouldn't even be allowed to run for the presidency.
It's like, I don't know, fishy. Why are we way up there in that age bracket?
And it's just like, you're making you're not even going to be here.
Right. I feel like
next 5 years, probably.
Hot take, it should be people straight out of undergrad who've just had their political science degree.
Maybe
give them a chance.
Grad school.
Give them a chance. Let them.
Did you hear that weird echo? Maybe grad school.
Okay, grad school.
Because they're a little bit closer to 30, you know?
A little more life experience.
Right.
But, like, grad school age is the age they let them become...
like senators.
Yeah, and what is the presidency? You have to be 35.
35.
I get it. That should be the age for all of it, and then the top bracket comes down, and you have to stop at 50.
I'll say 60, only because
pushing there are some really with it 60-year-olds. It depends.
Now the only old ass motherfucker I'll allow is Bernie.
Right, and that's why I said that's what I thought of when I was like 60.
Bernie, like 90.
Yes, but his brain is intact.
Yes.
So,
and it always has been, though. You know, some people are just ahead of their time. Like,
he's
just way ahead of everybody.
And he is a good guy, but if it meant bringing the age down for everybody...
Right.
Sorry, Bernie.
He'll just... We need him on the cabinet.
Right.
We need his ideas. We need his...
Get him a podcast. Get him a...
No, I don't want to... I don't want to
hear him.
To that.
I wouldn't listen either. I'd be like, someone tell me what he said.
Idiot at all.
Tell him.
What did you feel about that clip of Joe Biden saying that the killing of George Floyd was more influential than Martin Luther King? I have thoughts. What are your thoughts?
Well, I heard this secondhand in the first place, like in an Instagram post or something, and things don't surprise me anymore, so I don't even go look farther into it. I just am like, that's crazy. But my first thought is what
do you mean by that?
Right. When you say that, what do you mean? What is your basis for that? What makes you...
Right.
I feel like he's trying to grasp for some kind of straws here. Like, he's like, guys...
I think he just didn't explain it well, because I saw Amanda Seales do a video. I don't know if you saw her.
I did not.
Video.
I love her. I did not see that.
What she said was, and I was like, I think this is where people are kind of misunderstanding it, was that I feel like what he was saying was, right, Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he was putting himself in this line of fire.
Right.
In the 60s, in a time where nobody other than, like, Malcolm X.
I feel like I see where you're headed.
He was more radical with it. But Dr. King, people still didn't like him. They didn't like what he was doing because he's trying to get freedom for us and more rights and things.
I don't think anyone who opposes nobody liked him.
No.
But now people act like we all liked him.
They act like, he was so revolutionary.
They love to
now,
bring
were
him
there
up.
people? Yes, people like Bernie Sanders who were at the marches, who were going to jail, who were actually for the cause. Now, those people, yes, I get it. But for the majority, you know who his assassination affected? Black people. That's the only people that his assassination really affected on a national, worldwide level.
That's true.
And when it comes to George Floyd, that was something that, like, we have cell phones and shit now, right? The whole entire world watched this cop kneel on this man's neck for a whole 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And everybody around him, literally everybody that was a witness there was like, what are you doing? Please stop. He can't breathe. Please get off of him.
Yeah.
He's dead. Please get off of him. The entire world watched that, and the entire world was affected. Even people from, like, teachers from my old high school at Seven Rivers, like, I probably shouldn't have said the name of that school. Fuck it, whatever. We're
just put a little pause.
Like teachers going out protesting for Black Lives Matter and stuff. Yeah. Because they
People
understood
really,
and they saw, but like, no, this is some crazy shit.
Things have been kind of blurry in some situations, but that was
definitively
very clear.
Like, you cannot reasonably see that video, and I say reasonably because a lot of these motherfuckers just not reasonable.
They're like, what's the issue? What's the problem with that?
The nigga was not breathing. 8 minutes? You didn't just put him in the fucking police car? And then they want to try to...
Is that even...
Don't get me started.
Is that even an official move to detain someone, to hold someone down? Is that even a thing that they use?
I think it has maybe been outlawed since then, but that's something that they do. Kneel on their neck or kneel on their back. Yeah. But it's like a whole 8 minutes, and you didn't think to just put the man in the fucking police car when he can't fucking move anymore? Yeah. So that's why I say I understand what Joe meant by that, but I think he should have elaborated on it just a little bit more. But that's what he meant. Was just the base level, the entire world, people in France, fucking having Black Lives Matter rallies and shit.
And you know what I was just thinking when you were saying that was whenever you were talking about Dr. King and saying like he was a leader, he was at the front lines and everything. I just thought like, additionally, it wasn't such a big hit because he was such a leader. Mm-hmm. And though they act like they didn't now, everyone really did have it out for him. So for him to die, it was like, if not die, for him to be killed was like,
well, by U.S. government.
Right. Well, they're like, well, you know, we were waiting for that to happen because he's right at the front. He's the leader. He's leading this movement or whatever.
It happened to everybody else that was doing the same thing.
Exactly. So for him as a leader, the forefront to be killed, people were like, that was going to happen. For George Floyd, who was just a random person, he was just a person that this happened to, who happened to spark this, and now everyone knows his name from that. Right. Just a random person. He wasn't leading something. He wasn't going out purposely to do something. He was just a person.
Exactly.
Just another person
and
out on the street.
And he became this symbol. Goddamn. He became this symbol of sacrifice, and that's not how we should be looking at it. Like, he was murdered by a fucking police officer. Right. He was not a goddamn martyr.
Exactly. He didn't go out there to prove a point. He didn't go out there like, guys, I'm about to start something.
Exactly.
He was just, it was another routine thing for them that just so happened to end with that particular man, them negligently treating him how they did and then killing him in front of many, many people.
Many people. All of them being like, hey, please stop.
Even, I think the guy that was with him, it was like his trainee was like, hey.
The other police officer?
Yeah. He was a trainee and he's like behind him like, hey, you know. Like in an afterwards interview or whatever, because I don't know if he was in. I'm honestly sure that he was not in the video. Like, stop, man.
No, not like that.
Later on, he's like, yeah, you know, I said something to him or was like, hey, and he just was like, no, this is what we're doing, whatever. And it's like,
and you know the whole story was that him and that police officer already had some run-ins.
Yeah, and that
they
doesn't
knew each other.
That doesn't surprise me
like,
because if it's an officer that works the same area, they see the same people all the time. So then they start taking liberties like, well, I know you, I deal with you all the time. Versus you being, even if you're working, let's say in a grocery store, you are the cashier checking people out. You see somebody every single day. That don't give me the right to do something slick with them or do something weird with them in the store. It's like, that is still a customer, even though you see them every single day or even though whatever. So
exactly,
I think it's just the idea that they have all this power, they have these guns, they walk around, whatever, that they don't think of themselves as employed. I'm an employee. I'm a public servant. I am someone who's supposed to have good customer service. That's part of the whole thing. You're supposed to be dealing with people.
Blue Lives Matter. Y'all can suck my natural black ass. That is a motherfucking job. If you feel frightened by that fucking job, guess what the fuck you can do?
Thing as a blue life.
And go get another motherfucking job. Quit. They don't even pay you that much anyway to be a goddamn police
and that's
officer.
The thing. They don't. People are leaving all the time to go get a better job, to get better money. They just like beating people up. They like having that power. They like riding around and cussing people out, whatever, because that's what they like to do.
And they let them.
Yeah.
When they do something crazy, they get paid leave. Or they get put on desk duty.
They're like, hey, man, it's the culture. That is what that profession is, and that is what it's for them. That's what it facilitates. They like to go out and bash people around because that's what they want it to be. Mm-hmm. They don't give a damn. There's some people who give a damn, but not enough. Not enough to cause some ruckus in the middle of something.
To, what do they call it? Blow the whistle?
Yeah.
Not enough.
And that whistleblower, I feel like a whistleblower is like when you're cutting corners in a factory or something.
Right, like some corporate, you know.
Exactly. There's some of our taxes are not done right. Like, that's a whistleblower. Being out in the streets and doing a job that has specific guidelines and laws that we're all supposed to follow.
Exactly.
I saw you kill somebody. I'm not a whistleblower. I'm a
good
I'm
normal human.
Turning this in like I'm supposed to.
Exactly. Like I just witnessed a murder.
I think I should tell somebody about this.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. In the act of killing someone, that's not just a everyday thing that we do. That affects them. So the fact that it's some kind of whatever, and they're just like, I had to do it. Like, what do you like? You feel no type of way about that?
They don't.
It's part of the job. I know I have to go out here and I have to protect them. And it's either
people that lick their fucking boots. They don't need
them or me. See, but and that's the thing. Those people who are like, oh, you know, I support them. Blah, 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 blah. If it just takes the police to do something to them, for them to be like, oh, I've supported you all this time. I can't believe you've done this. I'm against you now because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you just had to wait for it to happen to you. You saw other people being dealt with this way, and you were like, the police, they have hard jobs. They have to make hard decisions. They're human people like us. They make mistakes. But once they do it to you, once they don't do something that you don't like,
now you get it.
Now you're like, wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Hey, what did you think? What?
All y'all motherfuckers can suck my ass.
That's the thing. People like to mince words and they like to try to twist things around. And you know, when they come up with Blue Lives Matter in response to Black Lives Matter, it's
they know what they were doing.
They've decided to misunderstand the message because they're like, we do not give a fuck about that. We do not give a fuck about that. So surface level Black Lives Matter, we're going to say Blue Lives Matter now because we hate you. And how dare you say anything against what we're doing?
Exactly.
That situation, that was yesterday. This is today. We're moving on. Like,
So I got into an argument on Facebook. I hate arguing with people, but I was not going to let this girl get, because I went to high school with her, so I was just not about it. You know, those are the types of random people I could kind of like let it go. But we went to school together.
The thing that I messaged you about, I do not argue with people online. I had to leave a comment because I was like, there ain't no fucking way.
When it's people you know,
people
that's
you
just
know,
saying some
I'm like,
bullshit.
wait a minute.
Because it was right after. It was right in 2020, that summer, and all that crazy stuff was happening.
Yeah.
I posted something, like a repost, because it was a video of this girl that was crying because her dad was a police officer, and she was like, everybody hates you, and I'm just so sad, and it's like, everybody hates you. Right. And I like reposted, and I was like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, I don't remember what else I said. I remember what else I said, but I was like, this is so fucking stupid, blah, 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 blah. And you know, a lot of the people, because I've weeded out my timeline, were agreeing with me.
How you
people I went to school, because I did go to school with some cool ass people.
Yeah.
Y'all know who y'all are.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, girl, like, blah, 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 we support you, blah, 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 blah. And this one girl, she want to just come and be like, I don't even remember what she said, but she was just like talking about my delivery and how I shouldn't be so.
Why do I have to sugarcoat it?
Exactly. How, you're going to tell me, a black woman, how I
words.
should. Right. You're going to tell me, a black woman, how I should speak about police brutality. I should be nicer about it. I should be more demure about it. I don't even what the fuck. Like, no, I'm fucking angry, and I have a right to be motherfucking angry.
Yeah. Criticism. That's if you're in a public seat, you have interaction with the public like that. You're open to criticism.
Exactly.
Again, the bitch at the grocery store, she starts slapping me around when I'm trying to check out my groceries. I'm allowed to complain about that.
I'm going to beat her ass, first of all.
Right. If she's got a gun, I can't.
No, you're right. A cop, I'm not going to beat a cop's ass.
It's just...
I'll be like, put the guns down. Let's throw some hands, and I'll beat your ass.
It's really a shame, but...
It is a shame.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. We went off on a whole tangent. We were just talking about art and shit.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
the fuck knows? Whatever. See, this is what this is.
Right.
So, for our imaginary listeners, or whoever's could potentially be listening, this is what it says. We're just shooting the shit. Yeah. We haven't figured out,
You're having
whatever.
brunch with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Having brunch with us. A little mimosas, a little chit-chat, a little shit-chat.
I feel like it should be something like that. Mimosa Heauxs?
Mimosa.
What did you say?
Mimosas and shit-chat.
That's not what I said. You said that. I said mimosa hose.
Mimosa hose.
Something.
A variation of that.
Put it in the hat.
Okay,
put
it
now.
in.
I don't think you liked it.
I was looking for the hat.
The hat's over there.
I like mimosas. Mm-hmm.
You don't like the
convene.
hose? Okay.
I mean,
we'll consider.
The hose goes better with art. It doesn't go as good with mimosas.
Mimosa hose. Mimosa hose.
We'll
play around with it. We'll figure that out. Yeah. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know, like I said, the people want to hear us talk about niggas.
Hate on.
Yeah, you go ahead. Your life is more interesting probably than mine.
I don't know about that. Nothing to report on the home front. I don't know. I think just romantic relationships in general. Definitely a lovey person. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I definitely crave that. Will always crave that kind of connection. And we're supposed to be talking about fucking and stuff, but I'm just talking about love right now. I'm talking about...
In general. That's part of all that.
It is, yeah. I feel like that's always... I'm a lovey person. Mm-hmm. I would love for that to happen, but I've reached a point in my life where that's not something I'm looking out for. That's something that I want to happen to me, that I would let happen to me, but otherwise, I'm not actively pursuing it and running through all these dusty men trying to find it, or play like I'm trying to find it, whatever. So it just like...
It will find you.
Yeah, the feeling of wanting to interact, whatever. I feel like now I've kind of spent enough time by myself to where something inside me has healed. Don't know what it is.
That's good.
But something in there has reformed to the point where I have no tolerance to deal with bullshit. I don't deal with bullshit. Someone will say something weird to me on a dating app in a message, and I'll just be like,
blocked.
Right. We're going to unmatch you real quick because the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Weirdos.
I can't say words.
What were you going to say?
No second chances. I was going to put guesses with chances. No second gances.
No second gances. Honestly. No first ones, a lot of the times.
No first gances either.
The first one will get you right out, too. Exactly. Say something crazy. I'm like, oh, that's enough.
At our big age.
Exactly.
I love when people say that. At your big age?
Literally.
No.
Literally. We're crypt keepers at this point and just not tolerating. Yeah. Crypt keepers. Yeah, that's what I said. That is.
We were worse at that though in college, just accepting things because you just want to be loved.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're like, this could be it, or like just the attention. I think that's what
because I never thought this could be about a man, except for one time.
It was me just wanting that kind of eye on me.
Yeah.
Romantic eye,
literally. Even when I didn't like them like that.
I wanted you to like me like that, though.
Exactly.
Right.
That's all, like...
The attention.
Pretty much almost every guy that I've had any type of interaction with, I know they're more into me than I was into them.
Yeah.
And you just kind of just do it because it's just like...
What else am I doing?
Why not? I have nothing else to do.
a little attention, I don't mind it.
Right.
You know? Yeah, it's now I
A
don't
wild
have
time.
I don't have a like a craving for it now. So now I'm not gonna say all the time because sometimes I'll be like, damn, like I just want to talk to somebody or I just want to go somewhere and do something, you know. But otherwise, most of the time when I'm in my whole self, you know, it's like I don't feel myself needing for that. So then living in this small ass place that we do, little ass town,
Small ass white ass place.
there's not a lot going on. It's hard to meet people around here. The people that are around here, I don't really want to meet them. A lot of stuff going on. Don't want to deal with any of that. So then it's like people far away, but then it's like you really got to weed through the online stuff to get to someone, and then it's like a whole trip. You got to coordinate. It's a whole thing, and it's like that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort.
It is.
And then the enthusiasm has been sucked out of me, so I don't even sound like a fun person online anymore. So they don't sound fun. I don't sound fun. We don't meet up ever.
Right.
So that it just ends like that. So then you just are having a good time by yourself.
Yeah.
Really. But, you know, because there was a time even recently where I was like, fuck it, I gotta get it how I gotta get it. So I'm rendezvousing 3 hours away. Not 3 hours, that's a lot. Not 3 hours away, but like 45 minutes, an hour away, an hour and a half away, whatever, just to meet people to like go on dates with like scrubs. Just somebody who was like, you really don't have it together. And not to be judgy because I don't have it together.
Right.
But it's like you have it
Even
not
less
together in just a very,
in a
you
weird
did this
way.
to yourself
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, why are you living like this?
Yeah.
Just a lot of those type of people. And I'm like,
I'm sorry.
don't want to come back here.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even.
Ugly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even, like, in high school. I didn't even date in high school. Which, you know,
Yeah.
mostly because I went to a private school.
Yeah.
But also because
There was like 20 of y'all there.
I wouldn't have anyways.
Just a couple of you.
Right. It's like two people know me, know my family.
Yeah.
Their families know my family. Like, everywhere I go, you Donnie's daughter? Like, shut up. No. I'm Maya.
Small community.
You don't know me. I don't even go outside. I don't want people to recognize me. So I told my dad the other day, he was like, why not? And I'm like, just because. Like, I'm not even supposed to be here right now.
Yeah. I get what you're
I
saying.
am not even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be on somebody's motherfucking billboard.
And
Niggas
you.
know that around here. So it's like, no, you didn't see me.
Do not look at me.
But no.
Yeah, I
like
feel
high
that.
school? Oh no, I didn't even date in high school.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I did, but I just was such a novice. I was so naive. I was so innocent. I was so just kind of like shy,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So it never was anything like my one true love. I met them, my high school sweethearts, whatever. You know,
Some people are, and I'm just like, oh, that's
you guys were very mature for your age because I wasn't thinking like that.
My mama had a whole me.
Yeah, and that's true.
So,
That's true. Well,
she was
my
out
mom,
there.
My mom was an adult.
Don't listen to this.
Mom, if you're my mom was an adult by like 14 years old. Like
Okay,
she's well, I'm being dramatic, but she was getting grown very quickly. So she had like her own apartment, I think, when she was like 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was out of the house. She didn't finish high school. She quit high school. She got her GED, and then she was out and she was working. She was doing shit. So she was 16 and she had got an apartment, signed for that shit, got it all down, whatever. And then she had me when she was like 18.
Okay.
Grown ass. She just was like, I'm out.
Could you imagine?
I can't.
Ew. Could you?
Your
I need
ghost
to
keeps
turn that
popping up.
motherfucker down. Like, are we haunted in this bitch?
The ghost of you keeps
Can
popping
you
up.
Imagine having a. How old? Okay, 18 or 25.
Exactly.
That's a 7-year-old child right now? Is that? I don't know math.
Yeah, the
Okay.
7. Got it. It's okay. Yeah, I can only imagine me right now having a 7-year-old and then a 2-year-old following behind that 7-year-old. That's how my mom was. She's 25. She got a 7-year-old. She got a 2-year-old. Ew.
That is ew.
But then she's also got a husband. She's got a husband. They're traveling around doing stuff.
That's less ew.
It's like, only because, not that you need a man to
But
do that, but
you need
having a
help.
support
You need help.
system next to you, yeah.
Because even if it's not a man, a
Somebody.
lesbian couple with children.
A partner. You
need
got
help.
somebody.
You need a partner.
Exactly. For a child, ugh. I can't imagine having a child right now.
I couldn't either. Like, I'd be like, I could, and I would be
if I
okay.
needed to. If
If the Lord Himself came down and was
He's
like,
like,
Maya,
you're gonna have this
you
baby.
are the next. You are the next Mary.
You're gonna have this baby.
Because I would ask a question.
Wait a minute.
The angel Michael, I don't know what angel it was. Seven Rivers smite me. But I don't remember what angel. Gabriel, I don't remember what angel it was.
Yeah.
Might have been Michael. I don't remember what angel it was. Came down to me. I would be like, Angel, are you sure? Me? Because I'm not a virgin, like, so you don't care.
Me and my
you don't
husband,
care.
Joseph,
the
here.
standards are low now, right? You couldn't find one, so it was just me.
Right.
Absolutely not. And no one would believe me. Anyways.
I'd be like, hell
So y'all
no.
going all to hell. Y'all don't believe me? The Lord literally came and gave me the baby himself.
And they were trying to kill him.
That's the only way.
That's the only way that I would have a child.
The only way.
The angel came down and then really convinced me.
Look at this room right now.
Where would you put it?
Where the fuck would I put a baby?
Honestly.
In that cupboard right there.
Yeah, just have him sleep in there.
And that's not even a cupboard. That's the fucking
It's
electric
like the wall.
things. The fucking fuse.
It's
So
not
that's
very-
the fucking fuse box right there.
Like,
That's where I would
skinny.
put in that drawer. Empty out one of those drawers.
Put a blanket in it.
Exactly. A little
With a
drawer
big-
bassinet. That's where I would put a fucking baby right now.
Literally, and honestly, it's like I could do it. It's just I would have to take all the money that I make and start putting it towards things for a child. It's so selfless to have a child and like raise them. Some people are shitty, and some people are like, "Fuck you, little kid. I'm gonna raise you, but I'm gonna do a very bad job of it because I do not want to spend that much money. I don't really like you like that. Actually, I kind of hate you, and I want to take things out on you. But you know." To really like just get into it and really just like I want to make sure this kid is okay. I feel like
actually raising
that
child.
takes so much out of yourself. Like you become a different person. You are a different person. You're now living for someone else or multiple someone else's.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think I could give that of
Not right
myself
now.
at this point in time.
Not right now.
If I
Which
had
is
to.
a good thing about our generation.
Yeah, that we're now more finding ourselves and becoming
and self-aware.
a full person ourselves before, you know, we're trying to have
A family.
another person out of us, you know.
Because it's like I'm not trying to fuck nobody else up the way that
Right.
I'm fucked up right now.
Right now,
Sorry
right.
to my mama, but she knows. Everybody knows. Y'all, everybody pretty much before our generation, almost all of you were terrible parents. I can guarantee you, terrible.
Y'all did some
You
bad
might
shit.
have turned out okay.
Right.
Like, I think I said something on Facebook about like not beating your kids or whatever, and a couple people under there being like, "I turned out fine." People our
Did you?
age, and that was my question.
Did you?
Did you though?
I don't know if you did.
You turned out fine.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure you have psychological issues.
You have something going on.
You have some
At least
type of issues going around. And you think
the
your
disease.
parent beating the shit out of you, and you
Right.
turned out fine. Now, I never got the shit beat out of me, but I was also a good child.
Right.
I didn't do bad shit. I just
Yeah.
behaved like, you know. You probably was like that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid and I had a little sister, so we got into it a lot. And
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
majority of like the
Your
problems I got.
issues, like just arguing.
Yeah, I just think that people from the former generations, they have viewed children as like a subset of people,
Yeah.
to where it's like you have emotions and stuff,
A
but
pet.
you're pretty much a pet. They're like, you have emotions, but not adult human emotions that I
Exactly.
have to honor.
Exactly.
So you
Feelings, opinions.
Right. You know, you're going through your own shit trying to grow up and stuff in puberty and high school and stuff. That's the fucking trenches. You're going through some shit.
And they
then-
should know. You
and
would think that they would know.
they forget about it.
I haven't forgotten.
I have not forgotten.
Maybe
But
because we don't have
we don't have
kids.
kids. There you go. We don't have kids.
Oh, you just like don't leave me hanging.
I'm sorry. And then the part where I said I'm sorry. I just spilled it all over you.
You need a towel? You spilled a lot.
No. I
You
think
didn't
it's
spill
just-
any.
I just spilled a little bit on me.
That's on you.
It's fine. It's on me. It's fine. It's fine. I just spilled a little.
Need anything?
This is so much still in this cup.
I'm sorry, I have a lot too. Shouldn't be hitting like immediately. You need a towel?
Good, thank you. Thank you.
But no.
Back to it. Anyways,
Parents.
so I feel like they think of us kids as like this kind of lower thing, whatever. Emotional intelligence
Exactly.
out the fucking door. So it's not even just like I'm trying to nurture you into understanding all these things that are happening to you, because your body changing, your brain is also growing. You're out in the world more when you're going to school, when you're,
Exactly.
you know, out and about, so if you're starting to understand things more.
Exactly.
So it's like, what's happening to me? Like,
Yeah.
this is so new. Like, how am I supposed to feel? I'm in a situation with, you know, me and the kid at school are fighting or whatever.
Right.
Just like things going on. And they'll be like, I said, take out the fucking trash.
It's like, you don't know what I'm going through right now? Like,
Did you not know about...
Like,
I'm getting...
You don't see that I'm distressed. Not even distressed. I'm actually depressed right now.
Right.
And it was especially hard for me growing up because I was a very self-aware child. Always a little bit ahead of everybody else in emotional maturity. Everybody who knows me knows I'm extreme. I will cry at the drop of a hat. But I'm extreme. Like, I just feel everything very strongly, and I was always very aware of that and aware of the world, and always since a child had very strong opinions about things. And adults did not take kindly to that.
So it was hitting you right in the chest.
I had a bad attitude. They'd be like, no, I don't have a bad attitude, I just don't agree with y'all on things.
Right.
And people will, tell children to stay in a child's place. There's a little truth to that and a little bit of like, shut up. Children are allowed to have opinions, but I understand what they mean by that. Like,
you should not be in grown folks' stuff.
Business, I get you. But now,
on the other hand,
there are some things that it shouldn't matter.
Exactly.
And I feel like those were the opinions that I had as a child.
The things that are like, we can talk about this. This is important.
I don't agree with that, and I feel like you should know why I don't agree with that.
Right. Emotional intelligence.
That was my issue as a child. People think that I had a bad attitude. Not necessarily being bad, but just like being a smart ass. You know what I mean? So that was hard because, like my mom, my mom is a Capricorn. She's very much like a no feelings type of bitch. Like, she's not very affectionate. Really didn't say I love you to us. Like,
what's my mom's sign? Wait a minute, I gotta look this up.
My mom was born on Christmas Day, by the way.
Oh, okay. Not the same sign. I don't know. I feel like she's like an Aries or something. I don't know what month that is.
What's her birthday?
It's April 6th.
April 6th. I think she is an Aries.
It just feels right. It just feels like what she is. I don't know what that means about her, but she's a tough lady, and I have a lot of respect for her coming into, my own adulthood and everything. Like, I feel like, man, you just really you handle shit. But then also as a child, I'm like,
there are things that they could have done better.
You mean bitch.
Yeah.
My
mom was hella mean. I mean,
my
mom used to be in the car arguing, like, so just crazy. And she would always be like, I would start crying, and she'd be like, save the drama for the stage. That shit used to fucking get me.
I would be so mad.
Because it's like, I'm an actress, but that doesn't fucking mean that I don't have feelings.
You're denouncing my feelings.
Right, I'm not allowed to cry.
Yeah.
Save the drama for the stage.
Actress.
All that would do is make me more dramatic. Like,
right. My mom groomed me to be like, this is for the stage.
Like, what? Like, save my drama from there. Like, I'm actually upset right now, depressed. Like, I had a whole bunch of issues, especially in high school. Eating disorders, depression. Like, I was just real fucked up. And I went to school with all white people. So, like,
that's a different psychological...
Exactly. That's a whole nother...
level
batch of shit. And she just did not get it. We're cooler now, like, because I've grown to understand her and learn that my mom was 17 when she had me. We literally grew up together,
right?
And then she didn't have another baby for like 9 or 10 years after that. So it was literally just me and my mom and some boyfriends here and there. And
so a time
that was literally it. So we're growing up together. So she's figuring all this shit out, where I'm trying to grow
into a person,
a whole human. So we butted heads like nothing, and I was just so different from her too. Like, but we're cool now. Like, we really we're super cool now. We'll be drinking and stuff together, chilling, smoking.
That's
and shit.
what I'm saying. I feel like in these situations, I don't know if I can say, it's just they're not self-aware like my mom. You're not self-aware of like what you're doing or whatever. Because over the years, you got to get by how you get by, and then you're convincing yourself you see yourself in a certain light, so you don't see it as whatever. But it's like I had to become an adult to understand you and be on a good level with you, but you haven't changed at all. You've changed a little bit, maybe. With age, people always change, but you have not changed about what you thought about that thing that you were doing back then.
Yeah, they're very much like, that's just how I am.
They're like, what? You were a good kid, and I was a good mom, and that was it. And it's like...
I was sad. I was in my room writing suicide notes on the bottom of my drawers.
No, not the bottom of the drawers.
Literally, I took out all the... I was in, like, the 7th grade.
You were like, no one's going to find this.
I've only told one person this before, because it's fucking sad, and I will laugh at this shit now because I'm dark. But, like, I would literally take out all the clothes of my drawers, and I would write suicide... We're going to have to trigger warning all this shit. But I would write suicide on the bottom of my drawers. Like, I'm out of here. And then take a bunch of fucking allergy pills, hoping to fucking die, but not. Because I would wake up in the morning. I'm not going to cry, like, because I'm a bad, strong-ass bitch. Yes. But, like, literally,
Mm-hmm.
and and I would tell him that I told her when I was 16 that I was starving myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally would take a bag of chips to fucking school and like a Capri Sun and just not eat. And I would tell her that, and she would tell me things like, "Oh, well, you're gonna have to get Baker acted because that's like some white people shit or whatever." And it's just like it's just like, oh my gosh, so it just creates so many fucking issues, and they just think like, you know, that's just how I am. Like I'm just brutal, not brutal, fucking blunt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm just blunt. This is how I am. Like I'm not like just because you're my kid isn't gonna have to change my whole everything. Not that. I'm just saying be more sensitive. All of your children you have to raise your child in a way that is adjacent to them.
Yeah.
You don't have to change yourself. But if I'm probably going to have children one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 kids, and 2 of my kids one's a star athlete, and one is a fucking drama queen, and one is a little fucking sad little nerd child. I have to treat them all differently
because they're different people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to come on now. And I was that sad fucking theater kid,
the little nerd
you know?
one. Yeah, and I mean it's like a chain just reaction, you know, because they didn't just come up with that themselves. That came before them, and then it came before them, and whatever. And it's like if you sit down,
what is it about us that's different?
I think, and honestly, I don't think it's something specific with us, like we're the chosen ones. It's just like a thing.
We are.
I mean, something about this generation. I don't know. I think it's just it's a thing that either clicks for you or it doesn't with what goes on in your life or whatever. Or maybe it's just
the world too.
Yeah, maybe it's just that all those people before us in our family line struggled so much to the point where the final person, the person right before us, has finally reached a spot where they can actually take care of a kid and have them in a better place. Even though I'm emotionally traumatizing them, they've lived in pretty okay conditions.
Yeah.
They're doing okay. They're in school. They're smart. They're doing this, whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect. So then we have been given the faculties for it to click, for us to then to be like, okay, I have been able to develop into this person who realizes, and, you know, I love you, but that was pretty fucked up what happened before. You
I
know?
don't want nobody thinking that I'm like an ungrateful ass little bitch.
Right.
Because I'm not. I went to a private school, you guys, on a scholarship.
That's what
I didn't
I'm
pay for that
saying.
shit, but I went to a private school. We did shit like go to New York on a fucking field trip. I went to Spain for my senior spring break. Like, I did some cool ass shit that a lot of other kids didn't get to do. Okay? But
That's
I had
what I'm
other
saying.
fucking issues. I was still poor when I went home. I was still fucking depressed. I still had issues.
Yeah.
But I'm not ungrateful because I got to do a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, that, you know, the people before us, generations before us, it has all come to a point where we were afforded, you know, good things that are good for us, that are good for a child to grow up in, good enough for us to be the people that we are. Because, you know, our parents did that for us, and I'm very grateful, and I'm still very, very close to my mom, even having these critiques, these ideas about, you know, like...
And they're better at listening now, too.
They are.
Like, I can actually, like, before when I would try to, as a teenager, and be like, you're not doing a good job, you know? Like, shut up!
Right.
Just shut the fuck up. But now, she'll be, you know, like, she will actually sit there and listen and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yes, like, I could cry and I think about it. Like, I had my mom literally tell me, like, I know that I wasn't always the best growing up, but I'm trying to be better now, which is so good. Like, my sisters are both, well, my oldest sister, well, the oldest one is 17, but I didn't know her growing up. So my oldest sister is about to be 16 this weekend, and then the young one is 11. So, like, it's good. She can be better for them, but that's just good to, like, hear your parent, like, affirm you, like, you know what, I know I might have sucked growing up, but I'm trying to be better now.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I can definitely agree that I can actually sit down and have, like, a heartfelt, like, conversation about things, even if it's not even something that's specific to our family or me. I can go and sit down and have a serious conversation about something with my parent, when before it was like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you... Kid,
like
get out of here.
It's not...
Get out of here.
Don't speak to me.
Kid, go back to your room. When you're not in school, you're in your room.
Like, what?
Get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, but now it's like, I'm a person now.
Yeah.
To them. So now...
Because we're adults.
I'm an adult now, so now I'm a person. So
it's
then...
sad,
you know, but then, like I said, with age, it always... you know, you become more self-aware.
Because, like you said, when I talk to kids, like, I talk to them like little fucking humans.
Little
like,
adults.
Like, most children and babies like me, like, most of them. Like, I worked in an infant room and a daycare. Like, I get little tiny humans.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to talk to them like they're little humans. Like, and if they have little attitude, like, okay, little monster, you know, you just gotta just be normal with fucking kids. They are so very like a child.
Just take them seriously as like
a
a little person who has little ideas and
especially the way these kids growing up now.
Little gremlins.
You seeing them babies on TikTok.
Yeah.
Come out the womb with their head just like
up and walking around.
Whoa, what's going on with you kids?
Yeah, and it's the pandemic, just everything going on in the world.
Somebody said the reason for that is because moms have had a chance to rest while they're pregnant. And so their brains are more developed as they should be instead of
people have more contact.
9 months pregnant, I'm about to bust, and I'm working.
Right.
Fucking lifting shit.
Right. And then families being able to spend more time together. Everyone's stuck at home, working at home, so we're all together. We're all just hanging out, doing stuff. Smarter.
Exactly.
They can talk now.
Shit while I'm pregnant. For the first 6 months, probably. After that,
we've hit
I'm going to be sitting my ass down, so I'm going to be exercising and shit. But I'm not going to be at work fucking...
Literally, this is the end of the line here. Yeah, see, and that's another thing. I feel like I just have too many requirements around me to be like, be pregnant, have a baby, start raising the baby, have that baby get older, perhaps have more babies, have a person there that I'm having the babies with. It's just there's too many things I would need for all that to happen.
And it all has to be perfect.
It's all going to be perfect. I'm not going to do it, right?
Isn't it? Now, that's one thing I can't compromise on. Now, everything else might not go exactly the way that I planned it and envisioned it in my mind.
Right.
Having children with another human being a family, that shit has to go exactly the way that I want it to.
Yeah.
At least the start of it.
Right.
At least the start of it.
Yeah.
This person is not going to just desert me. I'm going to be taken care of while I'm carrying our children type shit. Like that.
At least this whole first stage has got to be covered.
Right. The moment I see you not doing it, I'm going to notice before I can run out of decisions. Because that baby, I'm going to send that one back because
I'm not raising a baby to be tied to you for life. I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't care how you feel about it neither. It's got to go.
No.
Do you consider yourself ADHD? I'll just
what?
Change complete subject.
Do you consider yourself?
Do you consider yourself Gen Z or a millennial? Because we're both right on the cusp.
We are. I think we're just older Gen Z. I don't think we count exactly as millennial because millennials.
I think I saw someone say zillennial. I think that's what they
like
said.
A mixture.
Yeah.
Because I think millennials. Just first off, it's just people melding into each generation anyways, because you got people way in between, people who fit the generation perfectly, like this is what y'all are about, blah blah blah, whatever. But I think to separate us like that is because there could be someone 30 who's just really fucking good at TikTok, and then there's someone who's 19 and is fucking, I don't know, going into the military and doing shit, whatever, doing exactly. So it's like it's hard to divide us up.
I got you.
But I'm feeling like older Gen Z.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
Where I'm really like Gen Z in the way I don't give a fuck. Everybody do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Right.
Why can't we just live in we were all supposed to be on this bitch naked.
Right. The humor, Gen Z humor, that's more my speed. Now, whenever you see the little
depends for me.
Yeah, I mean sometimes, but
I'd be like, what the fuck?
What the hell's going on? Well, I mean, it's like once you get your feed.
Speed and shit.
They do. Not fucking speed. You get your timeline exactly, your feed to be exactly how you want it to be. Shit's hilarious all the time.
It is.
But the millennial little hack videos and whatever. There's outliers. There's always people who are gonna make just a cool ass fucking video, and I'm like, fuck with that. Whatever. But just
I like when people just be saying shit. That's my kind of
people who go and just show you how to do something. I like those kind of people.
I like them too. But to just
tutorial
scroll, when I just be scrolling, people just really be saying whatever the fuck comes to their mind.
They do. They do.
And I be too, but I don't think to
record
do
it
it on
and
camera, and
put
I
it
feel
on a
like
platform.
it's never as funny as it would have been if I just did the shit right here.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm funny.
It's gotta be
in the moment.
spontaneous. Yeah. Yeah, not
I need a reality show.
for
That's
sure.
what that is. They have to always
Follow me around.
because you're not gonna
Right.
just catch it.
Yeah, and it's not going to be one of these reality shows today. It's got to be one from like the early 2000s.
The Real World.
Like Jersey Shore, that type of shit.
Yeah.
That was real reality.
If we, girl, imagine us, Florida Bama. Where is MTV?
Florida Bama.
If we blow up, bitch,
Literally.
MTV, we want to be on the Florida Bama Shore.
Follow me
fucking-
around doing stuff.
What?
I'll be funny.
Florida Bama Shore would be actually wild if we were to do some shit like that. Just
Yeah.
traveling and shit and like drinking. We would be with each other, so it would also be good because
Yeah.
we know each other.
Yeah.
And just like what? That's really the real
That'd be
world
fucking
type
cool.
shit.
Now wait a minute. Now I'm thinking about it.
Florida Bama Shore.
I'm gonna start applying for some of these
If we go
shits.
up, I was doing an application for the Circle, and I like the Circle because I don't
like
have
the
to talk
circle.
to nobody.
You're just in there being
You're
yourself.
in there by yourself. You're
Doing
on.
shit.
It's literally social media. Like all you have to do, and I feel like I would be good at that because
I would love-
I'm just
would
going to
you-
be talking to them. I'm going as myself.
Oh, you'd go as yourself. I was just
Why
gonna ask,
would
would you
I
be a
feel like
catfish?
No, the girl who won, she did that. She did the black girl with the. I didn't actually watch it.
You talking about the first season?
No, the second season. The black girl was pretending
I
to
didn't
be
see-
her baby daddy. I don't know if they're married or whatever. She was pretending to be him.
I didn't watch
and
that.
she ended up winning.
The
But
first-
I did watch the first
The
season.
first season with the dude who was being his girlfriend.
girlfriend?
He was the fucking best.
Rebecca?
Yeah. He was
He
the
was
fucking
funny.
best. I loved that shit. That was so good. That's what I'm talking about. He just went on there to stir things up. That's all he
Exactly.
wanted to
He made
do.
it pretty far too.
He did.
But I
He
think at some
did.
point
They were
people
like, "Nah, he's legit. He's
Something
legit."
about him is
Towards the
it.
end, they were like,
He's weird.
When he was talking about, they were talking about the periods and stuff. He said some weird shit. They
Now
were like,
that's when you get got because
Right.
you, as
Don't
a man,
talk about shit that you
only
don't know
have
about.
ideas about periods. You have no idea.
"Don't talk
what
about.
actually-
If you don't know about it, don't talk about it." And he was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "When you what?"
What?
That's never happened to me.
Goes in
Into a
DMs
separate-
everybody else.
separate- Can you believe Rebecca said
We
that?
gotta get Rebecca out of here. She doesn't even know what the fuck a period is.
Right. Literally, I was like, "Why are you in that group talking like that? Why would you say
Like,
that?"
I would just
He's like, "Yeah,
change the subject or something. Like I don't know.
just add on, turn it into a familiar."
Hate that, and then keep it moving. Or yeah, ew, don't like that either. Like
Just agree or just go
yeah,
on with
like
what they're saying.
I know, right? That's
Simple.
all you have to say.
Put some emojis.
He had to say some weird ass shit. I don't even remember. What
He didn't
the
even
nigga
have to
said.
say shit. He could
And
have
he
put
was
some.
just funny looking too. Like
That's kind of messed up. He was funny looking.
You know what I mean?
He just looked like a silly guy.
Like the guy, the friend in the movie.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Chris Tucker type of guy. Where
Yes.
he's just like
On the side
you're
doing
funny,
stuff.
but you're also just the way even your face. Like I can't take.
You're
you serious.
attacking. I mean, yeah, he just looked
No,
like
you're attacking. Don't say that.
mischievous the whole time. He just
does.
was like.
He has a mischievous ass face.
He does.
That is what he has.
He does. He looked like he was up to no good, and he was the whole time.
I wanted Sammy to win. You know,
Me too. Who was it? It was the dude, right?
Joey. I liked
liked
Joey.
him.
I didn't like him in the beginning.
Exactly. It turned
But
around. We were like, okay, you're
He's
for
okay.
real.
He's just a dude. He's a dude's dude.
He is.
But he's a
But a
cool
wholesome.
dude's dude. Yeah, a
Yeah.
wholesome dude's
Mhm.
dude. But I wanted
agree.
Sammy to win because there
I
was
did
no
too.
black girls. There was no black girls. on
There
the first-
was. Yes, there was. But
Oh,
she was
she got sent home.
pretending.
She got sent home.
She was pretending to be someone else. She was a catfish.
Nuh-uh.
So there was
In the
more.
very
So then there
beginning?
was more than one. But yeah, because it was the older. I'm pretty sure
On
that
the
was a black
first
lady.
season?
Yeah, an older black. Now I gotta look.
Oh my god. please
It was an
do.
older
I don't
black lady.
remember.
She was a
Older.
catfish.
I remember.
Who was she being? I
black
think she
guy.
was. She was being a IG model. Older black lady. She was like. She was very much
No, I don't remember this
masculine
at all.
lesbian. Yeah, and she was pretending to
Oh
be this
no! Yes,
younger.
I
Do you
remember.
remember?
I remember.
Exactly. Because I was
She
like,
was
who the hell
pretending
was
to
she?
be a bad bitch.
IG baddie.
Oh,
That's what
yes,
she was
yes, yes,
pretending
yes,
to be, and
yes.
she
I liked her.
She was making it too.
I
But then
liked
they
her,
were like,
but she should have been herself.
she should have been.
I would have liked her so
Yeah,
much more as
but that
herself.
first
And I
season,
think
people
she
had
would
ideas.
have won. Honest,
being her cool
the
self.
the black girl one, but she was being a black
was
guy.
the
She
other-
was not being herself either. The Indian guy?
Oh, what was
Is that
his name?
politically correct? I'm sorry if it's not.
I think he is Indian.
But I mean the term. I don't know.
I
Do
think
they
it
say
is.
that?
Well, I mean, I
Indian?
think there's
We don't know where
different.
he's from, right?
Right.
But he said he was Indian.
He did.
I'm not just like, he looks Indian, so he is.
He definitely was. He definitely was
He
Indian.
definitely was. He was cool too. He was a little annoying though.
And
I
that
like the
is-
gay guy too.
Oh,
I like the whole
definitely.
cast.
Chris. Why do I remember that? That's his name.
I don't. That's the one I don't remember. I only remember Sammy and Joey and Rebecca. I
Here we
remember
go.
Rebecca.
Yeah. What did they call that dude?
What dude?
Smoot. What did they call him? The Indian guy. They called him that nickname. What was it?
You're so right.
So here are the pictures.
Damn.
So there was that guy. Was he being himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't like him.
See, this is what I was talking about.
yes.
remember?
I remember her.
Okay, I'm not seeing the other person, though.
What?
Who are other people?
Yeah, but she was the only black lady. And
Yeah,
she
'cause
wasn't
you-
being herself, and that's why she didn't win.
Yeah. Because you were talking about
So-
somebody else, and so I was trying to see all the pictures.
Who's that?
Because you said there was... You were talking about another black lady that was on there, but...
Oh, no. Oh, the lady from the second season.
Oh, okay,
Who
okay.
was,
okay.
pretending to be her boyfriend, husband, baby daddy, whatever he was.
I think I saw, like, the beginning, and I saw, like, who it was going to be, and I was like, nothing can top the first
It just wasn't
season.
so... I was like, I saw the first season, and I get it.
That's like...
I'd be on it, but I wouldn't watch it.
Did you watch Love is Blind?
I was just about to say that. Love is Blind is fucking...
That destroyed me. I did
Something-
not watch the reunion because I was getting, like,
watched the
secondhand
reunion.
embarrassment.
I watched the reunion, and I got it the whole time, but that's the kind of TV... You know, I like that messy ass shit, the Bachelor type shit. I love it. So I watched that shit, and that shit was messy.
I heard that, what's his name? The guy who got with the blonde lady, and she wanted... What's his name? Barrett?
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, I think that's...
I don't know what the hell's name. You know what I'm talking about. Jessica.
Yes.
Remember her, but the guy, I heard that he was doing stuff while they were, like, together, and everybody was mad at her because the way they framed it in the season was that she was a bitch, and she really wanted what's his name the whole
Jessica?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, it's kind of a messed up situation, but they're saying,
Yeah.
like, she's the one who's doing this.
I think they were
she
a
still
little
wants
too
him,
mean.
whatever. And then she comes there to the reunion, and this is what I heard because I didn't watch it. They were like, he was doing stuff while they were, like, together, like, he was stepping out on her, or, like, seeing other people, or he was, like, whatever.
Now, you know they're
You
not
remember
going to
that?
say that on the reunion, because it's Netflix. They're not going to...
But it was
I-
the reunion.
The
final one that was like long they all got
after
together.
they finished the show, because
'Cause-
you know they just had the 2-year anniversary or whatever.
Okay, I think that's maybe what it was because there was the show and then there was a little tiny reunion
Yes, I
where it was
remember
like
that.
they were sitting there cringe, and then the other one, I guess the
that's the one you're
anniversary,
saying that you didn't watch. Yeah, that one.
the second one,
Yeah,
the
the
long
second
one
one.
that they
Okay,
made a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
special.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't see
Okay.
because I just was like, I'm gonna be embarrassed for them whenever it comes
I
on.
was cringing, but I love it.
Jessica, and
Because
then what's
I
his
felt
name
so
brought like
bad.
another girl there? Barnett.
That's his name.
Barnett. There you go. That relationship, I wanted that to happen like that, but then it's just as it went on, it's like
Carlton and
cringe. Carlton.
I was just because I was about to say Carlton, the bald nigga, the
Him and
bisexual
her?
one,
He
and Diamond. Is that her name?
Yeah.
He is such a dick.
He.
I'm not sorry. Carlton, if you
no.
ever hear this, you're a fucking dick.
He was.
I don't care.
How was
that
he?
lady?
Was he there in the final?
Yes, he went to go get a drink with the black girl.
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren. How
Love
could I forget
Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren and
Cameron.
Oh
my God, I love
them.
them.
I love them so much. They're so freaking cute. It was so.
That was God
That
with
was
them.
so awkward. I was like, this is real.
Right, like-
they were together in the beginning. I was like, awkward.
Right,
This is weird.
but you could tell he
Real.
was really into her,
and she was
kinda
like scared, like
'cause
kind
he's
of
a white
guarded.
boy, you know this.
She was
And
like,
he was
"What's-
nerdy as hell
What's
too.
gonna
but
happen
he
with
was-
this?
But he was cute. Like,
Fine.
and
He
that's
was
a
all
white boy I
tall,
would
He
talk.
was all. I said, wait a minute. He was like,
He
wasn't
was
he
in
crying?
his
And she was
attitude,
crying,
too.
and then they got engaged immediately before anyone else, and they were all like, damn.
She surprised me when she said yes,
I was surprised because she
but she
seemed
wasn't
like she
clicking
wouldn't
with anyone else. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like
go with it.
I
I'm
know
on
this is a
TV,
show, and I want
right.
to be on here. So
I'm gonna get married. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But no, we were talking
Love
about
them.
because I said Carlton, but we were actually talking about Barnett
Barnett.
and Amber.
Yes, Amber. Yeah. So
Amber,
she.
you're a bitch. Amber.
Didn't they had a roommate in their house because she had all them school loans or something, and he
Yeah,
was working
and
like
he was
multiple
like-
jobs.
Girl, what? But she said she had $20,000, bitch. $20,000 is nothing.
Of
It's
student loans.
That's nothing.
Girl, if you don't pay that off.
Exactly,
Did you
but she
only pay-
couldn't because she said she got a whole bunch of credit cards. Remember that she bought a whole bunch of makeup and shit, and that's how she racked up her credit card bills. So she had credit card debt too, which everybody has some baggage. I get
Yeah,
it,
but it's just
he was,
the way that it was being handled. From what I heard,
Yeah.
was that they did they talk about this? How she was like they had a roommate in their house or
Yes,
something.
they still lived with the roommate,
Yeah,
but they said it was fine.
they didn't say anything about her credit card debt or her student loans or
No,
anything.
not in this
Oh.
one.
So then,
Well, they might have mentioned it, but I don't think they made as
a big thing
of
out
a
of it.
deal of it.
Yeah.
But they did still live with the roommate, which they said was working out okay, but
So that's not the
it
worst
wouldn't have been
thing.
okay in my mind for real. I'd been like, this is fucked.
That's not the worst thing,
We're in
but
a whole marriage.
we've got a roommate.
Weird.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But no, fucking Carlton and fucking Diamond. This is why you're a dick, Carlton.
So what happened?
You remember?
He was going to get a drink.
He went to go get a drink with Lauren or whatever,
yeah.
and he was just talking about the whole situation with Diamond because they had beef even after the show,
Even after the reunion part.
After the first show,
Right.
and their reunion, because he apologized and tried to give her the ring back,
Yeah.
and then she didn't accept the ring or whatever,
Yeah.
and he was just on the internet
Here we
really
go.
to her talking shit, but then telling everybody else he still wants her back and all that shit, just some wild shit. But the way
I think
that they
he was
broke
just trying to
up
stir up.
was just
don't
ever talk to me ever again.
When they got onto the honeymoon and they was by the pool, that part.
Yes.
That they broke up, that was the most. You did that to me like I was a stranger.
Right.
Granted, we kind of are, but that was not even just a regular argument. You went nasty and got crazy
so
immediately.
Nasty. Didn't he call her a bitch?
Yeah.
And she's once you call me I don't care what your sexuality is, you calling me a bitch, because I've been with the bi niggas. I love them. They love me. But
when it got to that moment, though, it's it was kind of, I was like, Diamond. When they was talking, she just was like, yeah, I don't think I want to, I don't like that about you. I don't
she
like
knew
that.
Immediately when he got an attitude with her like that. She's like, oh no, he's a bitch. He's a bitch. He I don't want to demasculate him or whatever, but no, you're a bitch. He was acting like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Just then. Because her response to him, he was mad about her response, and her response to him wasn't because he was bisexual. It was because she was shocked. And you know what I mean? If you are a straight woman, and they're both from the South, it's it's a different culture. If you're a straight woman, for me, that's something I don't necessarily care about, but that's because we're theater people and everybody's a little bit gay. That's just how life is.
Yeah.
But
I think honestly it wasn't a very positive, just very accepting response. But she didn't go and she didn't bash him.
She didn't write him off. She was like, let me just take the night to think about it.
Yeah.
And he immediately was like, oh,
and I mean, if he's
homophobic,
if he's insecure about that, if he's got a feeling about that and he didn't get the reaction he wanted,
why he didn't
puts
tell
him
her in the first
on
place.
the defense, gets him feeling some type of way. So then,
because he feels like it was his business, he didn't have to tell her. But
you guys are
getting
married,
engaged to somebody, right?
Right.
That's something that I would want to tell somebody before I even asked them to court them.
Wasn't that the honeymoon, or was that the pre?
That was the pre.
Pre.
They didn't show us the honeymoon.
Right. Yeah, because I was thinking, remembered the part with Jessica and what's his name, little man that she was with. She was Mark. You're so good at remembering names. You've got all of them.
I'm like an encyclopedia.
You've got the fucking names. I remember the people. I don't remember the names.
I'm really good with names.
Yeah, them two were together, and I just remember this thing where it just was already, everyone was like, here she goes. This is weird. She was like, we should wait till marriage. We shouldn't, whatever. And then they was married, and then they still weren't doing it.
Wide open for Burnett.
She would have She would have done it before they even went on the trip. They would have already been. She was so crazy over him, and Mark was the only legit guy who was being like, we're here because this whole thing is we're about to be engaged or whatever. He was the one who was heartfelt, whatever, and Barnett was like, what you doing, girl? What is it? Through the wall. He was
3 bitches. They all thought they were about to get engaged.
They literally was fighting about it. Whenever they showed the part where they were in the house together, all the women and then all the men, and they had talked about it, so Amber and Jessica was already like, well, I'm talking to Barnett too. Well, I'm talking to him too. You remember that? And then she's like, got the ring.
Oh my god.
Literally, so yeah, salty. And so Barnett proposes. Yeah, simple choice. And what's so crazy is they didn't even see each other. It's just, you can tell what type of person someone is by talking to them.
You know whether or not you're going to be able to stand them. Because I think he said he was attracted to Jessica's voice, but I think in real life that was an annoying voice. I'm sorry.
It was.
But to 24/7.
And I think
least you want is somebody you can laugh with.
I think, because her thing was kind of like a flirty, kind of shy, really, Barnett? And then Amber was like, oh. Country, Georgia. Literally. And Jessica's like, Barnett. And he was like, sexy.
And Elsie was a little too normal, I think. You know what I mean? Elsie was just kind of like, I'm here and I like you.
Who was Elsie?
Elsie, the third girl he was talking to.
But wasn't she out the door then
She
after
was out
that?
the door, but remember that she dated Mark. She ended up dating Mark afterward. That was a whole thing, too.
Excuse me? What do you mean, afterwards?
Like, after the whole show and after everything was done, she ended up dating Mark.
I didn't know that.
In real life. Like, they had a whole thing.
Jessica's probably like, what the fuck?
Damn it. He ended up cheating on her or some shit.
Mark?
Yeah.
That's what I had heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had heard. So I'm like, but I mean, after a start like that.
He's a little weird looking ass.
He was.
I'm being a little too blunt.
His little weird looking ass. And yeah, you're saying what everybody's thinking right now. He is a little weird looking. He's a little man.
Voice of reason.
Yeah. Blonde.
You're blunt.
Brutal.
Like the little person on your shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, tell him to get the fuck away
He's
from
a
me.
little ugly fucking looking. Yeah.
That's what I thought about that video. The little, oh fuck, I'm about to be. The little Indian looking man who has the podcast, they be talking about, I'm an alpha man, I'm a high value man. That nigga, you know what I'm talking about.
I know of men like him.
You see him?
I might have.
Oh my god, he made a video. He was like, how I go up to women when I want to flirt with them or whatever. And he was like, a funny joke to tell them.
I think I know who you're talking about. No, I think I know the guy that you're talking about.
He's like, just go up to them and be like, hey, you're almost as cute as I am. Can I get your number?
I
would have been like,
you're
not
cute at all.
That's the little voice of reason. Like, bitch, tell him to get the fuck away from me right
See,
now. You're not cute at all to me, actually.
But the voice of reason is good because you got to get straight to the point sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've developed that when it comes to these dating websites. When I go on there, blunt, because before I would see a picture and if someone was like objectively cute or like just on the side of cute, I'd be like,
just on the side of
there's
cute.
some people who are like,
a side of
you've got
normal with a side of cute.
There's cute and you're on the side of it. That's what I mean by that. You're on the side of cute.
So I'm to see what she just did. You're on you're on the side of it.
You're on the side of cute. And then people who are just like objectively, it's like, okay, you're
cute.
What
like
would be considered attractive. You would be what's considered attractive. You know, I used to just match with them, and then be talking to them, and the whole time it's like, I think, actually, you're ugly, in my opinion. I don't even think you're cute at all.
I don't even like you.
Right, and I would just go forward. So that voice of reason came in, so now I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, ugly, ugly, like,
period.
And it's not even just because it's like, I'm being mean, but for my preference, we gotta get down to the nitty gritty right here.
And I at least, what I always say, I'm like, I do not want to, don't ever settle, because nobody wants to wake up next to it and be like, ah!
Don't you waking up scared?
Resenting
I
for the rest of the you were fucking ugly. I went to bed and you were fine in my dreams when I woke up and you still look like that.
And that's the thing, because you'll try to kid yourself for a while. You're like, this is fine. This is fine. Everyone else thinks he's cute. This is fine. And then eventually you're just like, ugh, you're fucking ugly. And I hate you. And it's just like little things. Even like dealing with people and having like pet peeves about stuff and like being like, well, it's irrational for me to feel like that, so I got to deal with it, whatever. No, I don't.
Exactly.
I'm going to find someone who doesn't do that thing.
Exactly.
No. Yeah. So just getting that little harsh thing in my head, and this is why I'd be unmatching them, blocking them. What the fuck did you mean by that? I did the mistake of putting my Snapchat in my Tinder bio. So then randos that I never matched with ever.
We'll just message.
That's a mistake anyways, getting people on your Snapchat, because then you'll stop talking, you'll just watch their stories, and you're like, look at you, out there doing stuff. We don't even know each other like that. Exactly. I don't know. But they're just adding me. And this one dude, he like messaged me, and he's like asking me all this question. I was like, the hell is this? 21 questions? What are you doing? And he was like, what are you on Tinder for? To get to know people, right? I was like, yeah. And he was like, so why did you want to talk to me? I said, we never matched.
Right.
Ever. I don't even know who you are. I don't want to get to know you. And he was like,
that is blunt. I love it.
He was like, you're a bitch. And I was like,
so are you.
Unadd me then. And then he blocked me, so I was like,
like,
what the hell are you talking about, dude?
Like, clearly I was not interested. Because maybe he thought, like, you just didn't see him.
Oh, man, she just never came across my profile.
Like, ain't that many motherfucking profiles
he was
in
fucking
this radius.
weird looking. He was odd looking. And like 22. So I was like, sir,
Maybe
I
odd looking.
have
That's
my
your face.
age.
You're not growing into that face. Damn.
mean. Yeah, but yeah, but
No,
sometimes
for real.
you just gotta be honest. Sometimes honest is mean.
I'm mean to men, I think.
Yeah, but I think they deserve it. They deserve a little bit of it because too many women like try to cater to them. They need somebody to be like, rah. And that's the opposite of what I want to do for them. So
I do if it's right. If it's
Right.
all right.
but then when you
to a certain degree, because you got to
Yeah.
keep the men on their toes. I have learned this lesson. Like you just got to keep
See,
them a little bit
and this is
on
why-
the outside. Like at any moment,
there's something you don't know,
you
a little
know,
mystery, a little
just
mystery.
fall the fuck back.
See, and
immediately.
this is another thing that just turns me off of the idea of ever getting involved with anyone because I have to play little psychological games with you. We've got to have like a tug of war with our personalities
Constantly.
and doing stuff, and it's like,
We're not constant.
Ooh.
I don't like that. I don't like being at odds.
yeah.
I don't like arguing. I don't like nothing. I want to chill.
But maybe that's just relationships in general. Is just
Yeah, but some people
you're
like
two
that shit.
strangers together.
You are.
There's always the option
There's
of
always
something
separating.
breaking apart. Separating.
And it's you that keep your mind, your
In it.
willpower, your
It's work.
damn, my whole mind just got deep as fuck. It's your willpower that just keeps you together because
Right.
it could be an end. It could easily
At
be an end.
any moment, instantaneously. Yeah. And I mean, I believe that relationships are work. Romantic ones,
They are.
platonic ones.
I don't think that they should be necessarily hard. Because
Right.
if that bitch is too hard, bitch.
it's not hard work.
Bye.
It should just be
Leave.
regular work.
Yeah, like
regular work, and regular work is okay. That is
right.
the essence of
Regular
life.
work is okay.
We
It
do
is.
regular work in everything,
But I don't want to do hard work.
Exactly.
Of nothing ever in my life.
especially
period.
not romantic hard work.
Exactly, like-
That's the worst kind of hard work.
Like,
Unless
just chill.
something were just to happen that would make it hard. It's like, okay, you gotta
Now
work
this
through
is
things.
a bigger hurdle.
Yeah.
But if we want to, we can make
exactly.
it work.
Exactly.
Those can only happen every once in a while.
Can't be an ongoing
If they-
hurdles.
The more ongoing it is, the less I'm interested. And it takes a while. It takes a while to build that interest to back up to the fullest level of interest.
Right. You keep it low the whole time. There's going to be a break here some point.
Because I could be a simp, a big simp, but I can also be like
the fuck is going the hell?
questions
Yeah.
every other day. Anyways,
Literally. This and see, that's why the bluntness has come in
Oh, yeah.
immediately. And so now I'm trying to be like,
straight to the point,
I'm trying to filter them out.
as you should.
It's fucking tough. It's fucking tough, though. Because I want to have it people be close, but the people that are close, I wish I could cut out, actually, the close ones. If I could cut them out and just have the far away ones, just to look at that. That would be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, set it to
Put it
Like-
the other way.
right.
My maximum
A
distance.
little further out.
Minimum distance would be 50 miles. Start there and then go out.
It is.
And then imagine driving a fucking hour for somebody.
I only did that
We have to
once,
be in love.
That was right after high school. That
Yeah.
was dumb.
I mean, it's like I've driven 3.5
Yeah.
hours
Oh Lord Jesus.
for an already established connection.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
yeah,
I've
yeah.
driven 3.5 hours for some
Not just like a
ridiculousness. Yeah, no, not
First, yeah.
not on that level, but
But like some of you're actually talking to.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even so, that yeah, I don't know if this continue between us because
Right, especially
so
you don't
far
like
away.
them like enough. Like I
Exactly.
have to like.
we have to
We
be
gotta
in
be
love.
in love.
Yeah,
We
for me
have
to
to be
come
in
visit
love.
you like that. And people do that regularly. I don't have that kind of energy
Yeah.
to
I
spend,
feel you.
so it's like, But yeah, I'm trying to be more honest, more bluntly honest, because being too nice and not being honest enough gets you into some predicaments.
Yeah.
It gets you into trouble sometimes because now you find yourself in something with someone and people are expecting things of you because you just couldn't say, I don't even like you like that.
Right.
You've just continued on and now you're supposed to be meeting their friends and going somewhere and wait a minute, I don't want to do that. But I'm nice.
Right. I guess if we were gonna give advice to people, but I wouldn't, because don't do as I say, not as I do in my life.
Figure it out for yourself.
But if we were gonna give advice to people, that would be my one advice to college girls: don't fuck nobody that you don't even like looking at.
It's-
Don't ever do no shit like that.
it's
there are
tough.
like at least 5 bodies that I would
Delete.
burn out of my. I wish they never touched me. And I hope you're listening because you probably know all 5 of them are.
A minimum of 5.
A minimum.
Removed. If I could take them off. Not even for the number to go down. Just for the
'cause they're like,
experience to
ew.
be gone. For me to not remember that.
I have a very vivid memory, and I just be like, ugh.
You know what's crazy? I be forgetting some of them.
Yes, when I'm like counting people, like, oh, count them.
No. I keep a list because I don't remember
I
very
know
well.
you do.
I keep the list, the physical list.
I should
and
write
I
a list.
read it, and I be like,
I
damn,
did that.
him. And then
was
some
weird.
people, and I'm meticulous with my documentation. We don't go too into detail, but I keep the list.
Yeah.
So I'll look at something and I'll be like, me and you, twice, 2 different dates,
Girl,
2 different months.
let me get off this. I'm gonna tell you the person I just be like, oh my, dang, like we actually did that.
Disgusted with myself, and it's just like it's tough to get out of that spot. You know, you got to go through what you got to go through, but if you can have it in your mind early on, to be like that, because some girls already had it down pat. They was like, ugh, no, and I was like, hey, some girls already had it. They just had it in their minds. It was in my mind, but I just was pushing it back.
Wasn't there yet.
Yeah, I just wasn't. I was like,
I got there.
Yeah.
After that sophomore year, me and Ray talk about this all the time because you were there too. We were
Yeah.
all there together. That sophomore year,
it was getting
we were fucking wild, bitch.
It got crazy out there. We were just living
We were
life.
out on Wednesday nights, just fucking
literally
partying, getting kicked out of El Patron. Like, get them out of here. They won't fucking stop.
Y'all gotta go.
Yeah. And like, just what socials at 15-12. Why do we have a social at our apartment literally every fucking Friday or Saturday night? Sometimes twice a week.
That was what you did in college. That's the time
wild.
to really just kind of
Throw that shit to the wind and
bust it out the frame. That's for you. That's the time for you to
way
really
out
just,
the frame.
That's the time for you to just have a ball, and that's what we did.
And we had a motherfucking ball.
You know, so sometimes you got to go through what you got to go through. Just telling someone something. Here's the advice. Keep it in your mind, but you'll be ready when you're ready to get to it. So, if you're like me and you've ever entertained someone physically that you never really
just stop, because why not?
No. The message is it's gonna be okay. Come on. Stop it.
No, because you should stop.
You should stop.
But if you've already done it,
it's okay.
Or if you do it, yes, it's okay. But
stop it.
Just don't.
Quit it.
You don't need to do that.
Quit that. Don't do that no more. It's but it goes like that. So now I feel more kind of.
Now we know.
Now I'm like, okay, I can be a little more brutally honest. But I'm really trying to push that, not even just in like the act of swiping and messaging people and everything, but actually like interacting with someone.
Yeah.
Just
it's harder to hurt their feelings to their face.
Exactly, it's tough. So and I'm trying to insert that into like grow some balls for myself, because it'll be like I'll like someone, but we have not established healthy boundaries. I'm not really being honest with you about what I like and don't like because we're hanging out and I don't want to. We can stay out a couple more hours, except I'm fucking tired and I want to go home. Or, we could go eat that. I do not like that at all. So just being honest, even the simplest shit is like, not to lie, but just go along with things. Go along until you're too far along and you're like, wait a minute. We're going on dates a lot.
Right, we don't agree on anything.
I don't even like you.
Some things I don't like you. You're not cute to me anymore.
Exactly.
Your lips are weird.
That's happened to me before. That's happened to me. I've been in an almost accidental relationship and be like, wait a minute. You disgust me. Actually, I don't even like you like that.
Girl.
I'm gonna ghost you. Ghost you out of a relationship.
That's advice. Don't
do
ghost.
that.
But
yes, that's a thing
I've ghosted everybody.
That's a thing that I'm trying to get out of
what happened?
too. Ghosting.
I met a nigga
Ghosting. I'm trying to stop the ghosting because that's dishonesty as well. To just be like, oh man, I had a medical condition, or oh my grandma.
Lies.
Just lying. I just I've been going through it for a while. Lies. I didn't like you and I didn't want to talk to you. So being honest with that is something that I aspire for, because I have been very dishonest.
That is me, I'm not even gonna lie. Because I remember telling a guy one time, I was like, I'm really not looking to be like in any type of situation, right? Because he wanted me to be his girlfriend or whatever. Like I could tell, like he liked me, because he'd been trying to talk to me for a while, and I've been like skirt. But I was finally like, whatever, we can hang out. And then we just started hanging out too much.
Yeah, this
and I
is
would
like,
always
whoa.
be finding excuses to like, oh, my roommate needs me to go to Walmart with her. Like, you gotta go. Just like trying to get him away from me.
Damn.
And I eventually told him like, I kind of just don't. I don't really want to talk to anybody serious right now. And he was like, oh, well, we can just have sex. And I was like,
Actually,
I don't really
no.
want to have. I don't really
Now,
want to just
now
have
you made
sex.
me be honest. You couldn't accept this, and now I gotta
I
tell
was
you.
like, yeah, I don't really want to have sex with anybody right now either. I just kind of want to like be by myself and just, you know,
Don't wanna
nothing
do
against
any of
you.
them.
But if I would think I mean that would be if I
Nothing
really told him,
against
like,
you. This has nothing to do with
nothing
you.
against you, but I just don't like you like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, and that's tough, and that's
I would have
tough
been a
just to be
bitch
like,
to him probably in his mind forever. Which
you
I
know
guess
how
I
men
don't
are.
care.
Men will hold on to that shit and be devils to
They
other
hold
people.
on to that.
This girl in college.
We're emotional.
Hello.
They hold a hella grudge.
This girl in college, she broke my heart. Women ain't shit, bitches.
And
They're
did
not
she break
shit.
your heart or did she just ghost you? Which is bad.
It is.
But
it's
y'all weren't in a relationship, probably.
exactly. If you can ghost somebody, unless you're crazy and you could just handle that. If you're ghosting someone, it's because we're not even close like that in the first place. We don't have an established thing.
I wouldn't just ghost somebody
That I
was
see,
in
that
a
I-
whole thing with. That I
Exactly.
was like, oh my gosh,
Unless
I'm
you're,
almost in love
you're
with them.
on the
type shit.
run. You're a psycho who's like stealing money from them or doing something and just never talk to them again. Or you've got other
There
family
are
or
people
something.
like that.
There are.
Rare.
There are. Right.
Not the majority.
Not the
Most
majority.
of us bitches are just going through life.
Exactly.
They're scared to hurt people's feelings.
Right, and ghosting, it's tough, and it's like, people have done it to me, too. People do
Yeah.
it all the time, and then it's just like,
Dang.
we're not even like that anyway, so I'm
But
not
you know
gonna
what I
take
don't
this
do?
personally.
I don't bother them.
Exactly. Someone will ghost me, and I'll be like, fuck you, but I won't even say nothing
Right.
back. I
I'm
won't
like,
send
okay,
another message.
I take that L.
Exactly.
I'm
exactly.
and especially at this point in my life, I'd be like,
charge it to the game.
relationship that I'm in right now, I just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna let everything happen as it may. And if some wild shit happens, you know what? I'm gonna charge that shit to the game, and I'm just gonna take that motherfucking L. It is what it is. But I'm gonna
Exactly.
just live my life as if I have no tomorrow, and just go
Exactly.
with how I feel right at the moment, because you know it is what the fuck it is. Like whatever.
Exactly.
And if I take an L, I fucking take an L.
Exactly. Forgot what today was. Got scared. I thought I had homework due.
Oh my gosh.
I had to look at the fucking
I
date.
have to do tomorrow.
Yeah, that discussion.
Oh yeah. I have to pee anyway.
I got
so
scared.
I guess.
What's the outro? To
I mean,
summarize.
We said it. That's our advice.
That's
Is
the
to
end.
be
Yeah.
blunt.
Yeah. You gotta learn
Say
to
what
be
the fuck
honest.
is on your mind.
And it's not even
Most
about
of the time.
just right being true to yourself.
Yes,
true
stay
to
true
yourself.
to yourself.
Honoring what it is that you actually feel.
What you want.
Because it's like, I don't want to hurt people's
Don't
feelings.
feed what doesn't serve you.
You know, I want to go along with the crowd, whatever. And it's like, but then you're not gonna have fun. It's not gonna be fun. You're gonna
You're just
regret
doing
it.
shit.
Yeah, you're just doing shit because other people want you to do shit. You don't have to. It is hard to get that backbone, but you can work at it slowly. Start slowly putting in boundaries, until
Boundaries.
finally you're fucking built.
Exactly. Built.
And then it's like, now I can say this stuff and not feel bad about it, not feel guilty for a fucking week and a half. So I'm like, damn, I'm a bitch. But it's like, this is what I want. This is, and it's
Exactly.
important what I want. So now I'm gonna say
We're
it.
finding our way.
Right. Slowly but surely.
Exactly. We're still working on it.
Absolutely.
Because if I have a problem, I will be very meek about it.
Literally
And like,
hate
well, I have a
confrontation.
question.
Don't be mad.
Like, right. Don't be mad. Like, I'm not trying to start anything, I promise, but I just have a question.
Literally, honestly, and it's like doing that work. It just comes as you get older and you experience things. So it's like, I'm just trying to not come from a weird place.
Mm-hmm. It's work. Because
Ow.
before, I just would not said nothing. I just would have thought about it, and then I would have built up a whole feeling
Storyline
against
and
you.
this whole thing, yeah.
And then you would have seen me and been like, what's wrong with you? And I would have been like, nothing.
Some shit I'll never talk about.
Right, nothing. Nothing's wrong. And then they act like a bitch the whole
And
next
they'd
day.
be like,
And be
I
like,
can't believe they didn't
the fuck is
know.
wrong with you? Right, right. Like,
Can't believe they
bitch,
don't
the
know
fuck's
what
wrong
it
with you?
is.
At least now I'd be like, hey, I have a question.
Exactly. It's tough, but it's like, you put it out there, and then once you get your feet into it and you keep doing it, it's like, I could do this. I can do this. Hey, let's have a conversation.
Right, an adult,
Send a text.
you know,
Let me say
exactly.
something.
Now, I'd rather text it.
I would
I'm working on that.
I would too.
Working on, I need a therapist.
But the fact that you're texting it at all, that's a
They
step.
should be grateful.
Exactly. That is a step in the right direction. Because I could have said nothing and then just ghosted you. So feel good that I'm sending you this text
Right,
about
adult
how I didn't like them.
communication.
Exactly.
We're better than them, anyways.
Exactly. At least I'm better than you.
And that's it. At least I'm better than you.
So
Oh my god.
feelings aside.
All right. I really gotta pee now.
And that concludes
was it.
Mimosa Heauxs. working title.